TJM and welcome to week 12. We have quite a few central bank decision making happening this week, not only from the likes of Thailand, Brazil, Indonesia, Russia, North Bank, where we're actually expecting a 25 basis point hike along with the market, but of course the FOMC. FOMC will probably be a lot more of a snooze rather than kind of anything. If anything, maybe the risk is to a more kind of hawkish surprises. They've been pretty adamant in expressing their caution and being kind of on the sidelines, at least for the first half of this year. We also had U.S. core CPI missing last week by about kind of 10 basis points. Flash PMIs is another theme that we have ongoing this week, as well as the ongoing date for Xi and Trump. That is now alluded to be later in April. I would have expected this to be a lot more negative the further kind of out it is, but the market still continues to grind up higher. An epic week last week with NASDAQ 100 being up 4.1%, which is basically annualizing something like 200%. Clearly not sustainable, but the bulls are very much in control. And of course, VIX hitting new 5-month lows, sub 13, as we continue kind of degradation there. And the takeaway there is, of course, premium is quite inexpensive. So downside protection, as well as playing further kind of upside, is very, very possible. Out here in the Asia Pacific, we're very much going to be watching fourth quarter GDP outside of New Zealand, always a big kind of mover. And of course, monthly jobs data out of Australia. So far, they were very, very strong in the previous month for Jan. The last 2 years has seen a big miss on the Feb numbers. And if you haven't been following the RBA and the economy out here in Australia, the jobs market is really the last kind of pillar that it's kind of standing on. So it's really only a matter of time before we see a big disappointment coming that side. Is it going to be this month's data? We'll have to wait and kind of see, but potentially being short Aussie as a play into it, or being long Aussie bonds, expecting yields to be lower with an RBA cut potentially later on this year, are some things to have a bit of a think about. Wishing everyone a fantastic week up ahead.